Alright, so I just got this camera in. It was sold just as parts, so I have no idea what the problem with this one is. It's a Sony A7. Sensor looks good and clean. Probably put those on myself. The LCD panel is fairly clean. I don't think that's original. No corrosion on the bottom. No corrosion there. Yeah, I don't see anything noticeable as far as water corrosion on the outside. How's that? It's like some long, crazy hair stuck in between the bezel. Okay. A woman's camera. Or let's see. No, that looks good. So I guess we'll throw a battery in it and see if it turns on. Nothing there. Is this a good battery? I don't know. Let's try another one. Nothing in there either. Bad switch. Maybe a blown fuse. Maybe it just doesn't turn on, period. Check one of these batteries. Charged. Now, this one definitely should be charged, so assuming this is probably charged. Yep, that one's fully charged. Alright, so we have ourselves a camera that doesn't turn on, which is unfortunate because those are always the most difficult, if not sometimes impossible, to fix. Alright, well, I guess we'll just start tearing it down. Let me just validate one more time that there's no actual power to this thing. I'm going to throw a lens on it just to be sure. I mean, I didn't hear anything kicking on, so I mean, it's probably dead, but oh, wait. hear something? Or is that? Oh no, I feel lens. The lens is doing something. Oh, so it does turn on. Okay, so we don't have any video out of the eyepiece or the LCD. So that tells me one of a couple things. The camera might be set. The camera might be set to LCD only, and the LCD is non-functional, whereas the EVF is not trying to turn on with the sensor because it's set to LCD only. But yeah, so it does turn on. So I'm not turned into this any further right at the moment. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to stop the recording, but I'm going to plug the video port into my television and see if I can get a look at the settings in the menu. And I've had this happen in the past where I have been able to flip the setting to auto from LCD only, and then I start to get EVF, the eyepiece video, and then from there, if that's what's wrong with it, it could be a bad panel, or there could be a fuse that's blown on this. So I'm gonna take a couple minutes and I'm gonna test that. I'll be back. Okay, so yeah, I connected it to my television via the mini HDMI output, and I got to the menu, and it must have been set to LCD only, because I was able to get the viewfinder to function. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I was able to get the viewfinder to function. When it's connected to the television via the HDMI, what I find really inconvenient is that you can't actually set the setting for the finder / monitor setting. It's just got a line through it. It doesn't show you any settings, and you can't go into the menu to set it. So once you get the finder / monitor highlighted, you can pull the HDMI cable, and then in this case I hit the down button once and hit the center select button, and then it flipped to auto. You sometimes have to fiddle around with that just a little bit depending on an A7 II series. But in this case it did function. It did work. So we have an issue. We have an issue with the LCD panel. What that issue is, hard to say at the moment, but it is functioning, which is excellent. So it's either going to be the fuse or the LCD panel. I do have another LCD panel that I can test on it. But while we're in there, we might as well just test the fuse also. So I'm going to do that. All the outside screws are number 2s. Hidden one under the flap. side. Then also when you're taking off the top, this one here needs to be taken out. It's got a little pressure on it, so it's not coming out easy. Went out of there. Let's see. All right. This one's being stubborn. I hate it when they get stuck like on the edge of the plastic and they just like they get to the last thread and then they just slide back in. Oh. Yeah, came out. Okay. We got these three. These are number ones. I want to get these parts mixed up. These are for another camera. Should come out pretty easily. So yeah, this one's getting stuck down here a little bit. Not sure why it happens, but sometimes it gets stuck down there. If you take this bottom one out, sometimes it's stuck on this upper lift or ring or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, so you can see it coming out there now, but now you gotta get this separated off. There it goes. All right. Get that to about there. You need to get this lip over the LCD without breaking breaking anything. Just like that. You want that down. Just hold that connection and pull that down. Lift this up and out of the slot. And then from here you want to do this one first. Lift that tab out. Pull this down out of the upper right tab. The bottom left and then top left. There's a screw here. This is a tapping screw because it's going into plastic. And there's a screw on the side here. This is a number 2. It's not in plastic. You have to also take this screw out. It's a number 2 since it's an outside screw. Oh, and the 2 screws that are on the frame part. So we want to put this back in because otherwise the tripod mount will flop around in there. Let's kind of pull up on the LCD panel and it should come out easy. But don't pull it up too far. You want to gently raise this and tilt it back because you got the LCD ribbon down there. Once that's out, well, once that's out, you set it aside. Ooh, that's the paper side. That's the paper side. Oh. Wax side. Keep a hold, oh, I forgot. Keep a hold on the ribbon so that you don't pull them out, but you also need to pull this one out before you pull this off, otherwise you're going to break it. And you don't want to have to replace that whole top ribbon. Take off the Wi-Fi antenna. When you get over here, you want to do the same thing. Hold these down and just very lightly pull this off. You do not want to break any of those ribbons. Well, I mean, you don't want to break any ribbon, but especially not these. Okay, so the fuse that we're testing is right here. This is the unregulated power fuse. If it's not that fuse, It could be the memory card reader board, because all of the video and all the power runs through this board. There's a little DC converter piece on here or something, some sort of switch that everything runs through. So we're going to take a look at that fuse. Okay, so the fuse is good. Since we know the fuse is good, it's possible it's a bad LCD panel, so I'm going to flip it out real quick to a panel I know is good. If this doesn't work, then it could be something up here. And we'll test a new SD card reader. Oh, I'm trying to go too fast here. Testing purposes, obviously we have to have this plugged in. Wi-Fi, not such a big deal, but this top ribbon has to be in. Getting a little excited here. Put one screw back in just to hold this in place. Put the tapper back in the corner. Put the scroll wheel back on. Doesn't have to be necessarily all the way put together here, but we want them all connected at least. Alright, so now we can test. Okay, set area, date and time again. Yeah, so we don't have LCD, so it could be the memory card reader here. Change out that. You just lift this up, take this ribbon out. Gonna take this screw out to release the front grip. Once you got the front grip out, oh, sorry. Grip is also held on by this screw here on the underside. It's number 2. Grip comes off. There's 2 screws holding this in right here and here. Before you do that, you need to take off this power clip. There are 2 number 1s holding the memory card reader in place. You should be able to slide this out now. I used to remember exactly how to test this board. I think there is a way to tell if there's a short on it by checking this capacitor. I think that's good, actually. Huh. I think that's actually good. Oh, what is this? We've got a spot of corrosion down there. Oh, we got a spot of corrosion over here. Well, that's not good. Let's take a look at a couple of these fuses. Okay, I think that's all of them. So all the fuses are good. Power's on. I'm still going to flip out the memory card reader once. I think I got one. Ooh, we got a spot of corrosion there. Yeah, there's a spot of corrosion there. Yeah. So I wonder if that's what's causing it to not work. We have a broken trace. That's my number one question. If we have a broken trace. Yeah, we might have a broken trace here. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. On some of the other ones, I think 44 and 46 are the power. This could be a power line. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 in. Okay, so the trace works. Surprisingly. Do I have another one of those? I'm going to test it with a new board and a new cable or flex. Directions. Make sure you get these in the right direction. yeah, I remember now. So the way to tell this one, the tabs, there's tabs on this side, those go to the main board. This side doesn't have tabs. The port's got a bit of a flex to it. It's kind of bent and crooked or something. That's weird. Oh yes, very astute of you. I need to plug that in. If this works, I will clean it all up, including the corrosion on the board. And put it back together. Front grip actually has the little blue tab, so you kind of want that on there to hold the battery in. Aha! Look, got LCD now. So corrosion on this board. On the connections here, this memory card reader is actually probably pretty good. It's probably fine. I need to clean the corrosion up there on those contacts, and I'll basically just need to test this ribbon out to find out if it needs to be replaced or not. But I'm going to test those two pieces in the next part of this. But we got the LCD panel working. Sweet. More to follow. Thanks.